and welcome to the Harbingers D&D campaign. We are so excited to be here and with everybody here on Instagram Live. We're so happy to have you guys here. If you guys don't know about the Harbingers D&D campaign, it is a live stream that goes on pretty much every Friday night at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. We're so excited to be here with you guys. It is an interactive D&D stream. So if you guys want to interact with our story tonight, hop on the call. We're out live right now on Twitch, on YouTube. I see everyone hopping in the chats into the story here. We're so excited to have you guys. So we're gonna quick go into our announcements, recap, and then we're gonna hop right into the game where you guys can interact with us. So we're so happy to be here with you guys. Come join us. We love you guys. And yeah, just wanted to say hi to everyone here on Instagram. And hopefully you guys come join. Alrighty, guys. Saying hello to the Instagram chat. We're super excited to be here tonight and to have you guys all here. Yeah, how are you guys feeling, players?
Yeah, doing pretty good. Got lots of names to write down, but you know it's fine.
Yes,
As you do.
Writing all the names down for the player in audience inspiration.
That's right. Always my job. Yeah, we got two new ones. We got Lady Noir and Melody Wolf. I apologize. You're Melody W today. Your name has been shortened. But along with everyone else, if you see your name on this list, you have inspiration. So,
alrighty.
There you go.
Do you want to read out the list real quick, just for people?
Yeah, might as well. We have Lady Noir, C1 Class, that's on Twitch. Nova Flare, I believe, is YouTube. We have Jonathan, YouTube, Melody Wolf, Nick, and Jams.
Okay.
So for those people, if you heard your name ring, then that's you. You have inspiration.
So just a head about what audience inspiration is, if you don't remember, or if you need a little refresher. So audience inspiration is something that, if you're in the audience, you're given if you say something really awesome or super cool, or if you comment an answer to one of our questions at the end of the stream on the YouTube video here, or in the live chat before we on Twitch before we end the stream. But basically, you can gain it in a bunch of different ways. Audience inspiration allows for you guys as the audience to be able to affect the roles in the game. So you can impose advantage or disadvantage on either the players or the NPCs' roles throughout the game. Also, if you think something is really cool and awesome and you don't have audience inspiration, you can still also comment it into the chat and we'll talk about how it goes into the story. Like, my favorite example is Seji saying that the wolves that they were fighting would be super fun if they were corgi wolves, and lo and behold, they became corgi wolves, a staple now of the Harbingers D&D campaign. So we are super excited to have you guys here for the interactive D&D live stream. And yeah, we're super happy to have you guys here. And as Greg was saying here, aka Dusty in the game, we already have a bunch of audience members who do have audience inspiration. So be sure to use that tonight or next week, whenever you want to use it. Just know that you've got it and you can gain it pretty easily again. So don't be shy about using your audience inspiration. It seems like we lost a player. Maybe just on our end. There we go. Now he's back on the stream. Alrighty. Well, without further ado, I think that's all for announcements today, to be honest. So yeah, let's head right into the recap, done by our resident bard, Amaris. Megan.
Hello all. Sorry for the noise in the background. So last session, we started off with receiving the answer that everyone has been dying to know And it is yes, Nuri is with child. So after discussing that and what the plans for the future are, we had a talk with the dragon that we have come face to face with, also known as Bookworm. Had a bit of a chat with him, and he gave each of us magic items. I think that were based specifically on each of our class. After receiving these magic items, we made plans with Thea and Miles about what we are to do in order to get these tokens as quickly as possible, and decided it would be best to split the group. We currently have the main escape plan, while Thea and Miles have the quick getaway, the tinier version of the escape plan. And they have gone to find the other tokens while we head into the mist to find, which one was it? Let me take a look at the map. I can't even see it on the map. We're going into the mist to find another token. Before then, we made a stop in West Hollow, where we currently are. And there we have met with Amaris's parents, whom she has not seen in months. And after having a talk with them about what really happened that day and what has happened with the Leodon sisters, and after a talk about that, it has been brought up about what we are doing next, and asked if they would like to join us, or if they would like to wait it out, go back to running the family business. And they have decided to come with us. And that discussion is where we ended, along with Dane introducing Douse as her boyfriend.
And now everyone in the party, along with Amaris's parents, are on the boat, and they are sailing away off to their next destination, beyond the mist. Thank you for that recap, Megan. Alrighty, well, let's hop into the story tonight, and let's just dive straight in. Alrighty, so you guys are currently on the boat traveling from here, West Hollow, out of the Abesta Kingdom to the Mist. Your location over here. Let me throw up the escape plan map. Oh, come on. I need the party to see. It doesn't want to move you guys there. There we go. Alrighty. So Thea and Miles are no longer there, as they have taken the quick getaway. Alrighty. As you are all currently on the ship, you guys have been traveling for quite some time throughout the evening. It is now early morning. It is now early morning as you guys have been traveling throughout the night. The kids, Tax and Ami, are running around, having fun with each other, and Girth and Douse have finished making a nice, lovely breakfast for everybody. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
So is this to assume that we've already all eaten breakfast? We're just doing our daily routine kind of a thing?
Yeah, daily routine as you guys are traveling on the boat.
Awesome. Dusty will go to his helm to man the boat and to make sure we're headed in the right direction. As usual. As he usually does just after breakfast.
Right.
Being our naval expert of all things ocean, Douse will be at the front of the boat, looking, kind of just keeping an eye on things.
Perfect.
Alrighty. Sorry guys, I'm trying to find the blood dice.
We don't need them.
You'll also point out, Douse will also point out any dolphins he sees to the running kids that are running around.
Nice. The dolphin just. Oh, check that out.
You guys are actually like sailing through the sky, just very low. Very close to the ocean. You feel like you could still like sail the seas in this boat if you would like to. Low and I say this just so you know that it's low enough to see the dolphins. Because if you're too high up, you can't quite see.
Right. I didn't think about that, so I'm glad that you allowed us to be low.
Yes.
Nuri, just while they're traveling, because Ami's been awake for a few days now, so she's gonna start teaching him magic. Education cannot wait. So.
But Mom, we're on vacation.
You're like, no, we're back to learning again.
And you're grounded also.
And you're grounded.
But the world's ending, Mom.
That doesn't mean you can't learn math.
I love this.
You're gonna really regret it if you don't learn math and the world doesn't end.
Exactly.
Actually, you start teaching Ami and doing lessons out on the hull of the ship. Or out on the deck, sorry. And Tax actually comes over to you, Nuri, and says, Can I learn too?
Of course! Knowledge should always be shared.
And you gain another student that comes to learn.
Nuri does a little bit of like other stuff. Ami already knows how to read because he was 8 when things happened. So she's just teaching magic mainly right now.
Okay. Tax is very intrigued by it.
Does Tax know how to read?
Well, she's intrigued by what you're doing, but she actually does not know how to read.
Okay, I'd do a little extra for her then. And if there's like any time where Ami's actually like practicing something, she would then spend a little time teaching Tax how to read.
Okay. Can you roll?
Oh no. She's
It'll be
gonna
fine,
be
it'll
a
be
terrible
fine.
teacher. They lose all their reading ability for like the next 5 years.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm pulling up your character
I
sheet
see.
just so I can see. My brain is like blanking on the skill I was thinking of. Can you roll history for me?
Oh no. Sure, I can roll history.
You've got a +7 in history.
Oh, do I? I usually play a character who's terrible at history, so. 14?
Okay, with
Unless
the
someone wants to
14,
help me.
you feel like you're doing a pretty good job at like remembering everything that you've been taught, especially like for the basic stuff. And so you, my brain just blinked. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
And so you feel like you're getting off like a good amount of knowledge to them. Whether or not they're retaining it, we'll see. Let me roll for them real quick. Actually, Tax seems a lot more like she's paying attention and like really actively learning, whereas Ami's more like kind of drifting off every now and then. Douse points out a dolphin and he's like oh, what? And he's like the first one to go run over and check, whereas Tax is like, oh, let me finish this, and then she runs over to go see.
Nice.
That fits.
Ami's got his head in the clouds.
Literally.
Yup. Douse, you notice that Dane, NPC Dane,
Thanks for clarifying.
yeah, gotta clarify. Dane comes out from the room, and you guys know that at this point she has also recovered from the exhaustion that she had from being resurrected. As she comes up to you, as you are helping Dusty kind of direct the ship, especially as you are like noticing where like the storms are up ahead, or at least off to the side, so you know that you should be making wide berth around that. So you're kind of like helping with the navigation here. And Dane comes up, and you notice that she just kind of like, she walks up to you and seems content to just be listening to you and Dusty kind of talking about navigation. And she seems to just be like watching you. Then when you point out the dolphins, she goes and she looks as well, but mostly she's just watching you.
Douse would kind of be content with her nearby as well. Maybe hold her hand every so often if he doesn't need to give his attention directly to something.
Loving it. Also, Lady Noir 88 and Seji talking about how Ami has ADHD just like his dad. Oh, 100%. It's canon.
Nice.
Just like off the clouds. Oh, I love it. Also, I am, just to be clear, I'm not the greatest at, like, I don't have ADHD, so if I do mess up on some things, or they may not seem like completely, like, a part of it, it is a lack of knowledge on my part. But, I'm not trying to make any people upset about it, so just so people know. Alrighty, so everything seems fine as the day progresses on. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
Nope.
Okay. Alrighty.
Everything seems fine, so it probably is.
Yeah, it seems fine.
Yay.
As you guys are traveling, you notice that like some clouds cover the sun for a little bit. They'll cast some shade down, and then eventually they pass by, and the sun comes out again. Esmond has been keeping to his room for the most part. Every now and then he'll come out with the hood, the enchanted hood that you guys have given him, just so he can help Nuri out with teaching, bring her some snacks and water.
Douse may at one point ask Amaris for some coaching on using swords, as he usually uses fists and doesn't, but now he has a keyblade.
And not the one you find in Kingdom Hearts.
So that is a good game.
It is a very good game. Yeah, she'll show you. She'll show you some of the basic stuff that she was taught before learning how to implicate it into what she does.
Amaris, can you roll performance for me? As you are going and showing Douse the moves that you have.
This is like one of my highest ones. Woo, that's a 21.
21! Yeah.
Do I have to roll for retention?
If you would like to, you can. I won't make you roll for retention.
I mean, I kind of want to, just because that sounds so fun with the kids.
Yeah. Okay. So roll for insight.
Okay.
With advantage because you're actively listening.
Okay. This is good. I'm proficient in that. Okay, yeah, that is a 24.
24. Okay, yeah, you are watching her intently. And she's been teaching you quite a few things. And you notice that Dane is also watching the two of you, and she seems to also be learning and more about this. Alrighty. Seeing how doting of a husband Esmond is, I can understand why Nuri was so quick to forgive anything he did. Melody Wolf, I love it. At this point, as you guys are kind of going about your day, it's about midday. You know, the breeze still ruffling through your hair as the sun goes behind a cloud once more. But suddenly there's a darker shadow that comes above you guys, but disappears as soon as it appeared. You guys felt a rush of air coming from the opposite direction. And you look up to see a giant winged bird, a rock, in the sky above you guys. And then you see it just in time to hear a large screech come from its maw. You guys feel like you've just crossed into its territory.
Nori's gonna be like, kids below deck. she's going to be herding them below deck.
Okay, roll for initiative, guys. Alrighty.
I feel like it's been a hot minute since we rolled for initiative. This is great.
Yeah, guys, we've got initiative here. Also, if you could
and
put
it shows.
Yeah, that's true. If you guys could put yourselves where your characters are on the map. Let me throw Ami and Tax.
Where did you say I was teaching them? Was it near the front or just on?
It was just on the deck.
Okay.
I'm assuming this would be mid to end of the lesson of sword fighting.
Yes.
So Douse will be near Amaris.
Alrighty, and then I don't have specific tokens for Amaris's parents, so we're just gonna use basic townspeople for now. Use they're actually let's toss them there for now. I'll need a man. We're just gonna throw these two down here. Half elves. Alright. We're gonna say that they're just down by the horses right now.
All I gotta say is hopefully you guys did not get too attached to any of our characters. It'd be a real shame. I mean, a rock is a legendary bird. It would be quite unfortunate if someone
While we're in the
died.
air.
Yeah.
Yoink.
Alrighty, everybody. Let me put us on the aerial battle map.
Just rolls d6 to match which person gets taken and abducted.
Yeah. Really though.
Okay, don't move your tokens. Let me get them back in the right spot. Comes out a little cattywampus, but there we go. Alrighty, guys. As this ginormous rock appears. Alrighty, that's not initiative. There's initiative, guys. Alrighty. Man, it's been so long since we've done a battle that it's like not even... Oh my goodness.
Relearning all the tools.
Exactly. Alrighty. So let me roll for the NPC turn.
You know, I mean, the rock always has the opportunity to roll a natural 1.
That's true.
This is an option. There is one danger, though. The fact that you have the blood dice right now means that natural 1 is not likely. Actually, the opposite of that is quite likely. So...
Also, C1 class saying crowd-supported revivify a thing. Lol, just in case. You know, if the
Crowdfunded?
audience...
No.
True. If the audience is all wanting to revive someone, I guess we'll have to see.
Let's
Okay.
just hope it doesn't come to that. How about that? Let's just... I mean, all I'm saying, C1 class, you do have audience inspiration if ever the opportunity presents itself. You can pretty much negate a natural 20, but there, I mean, again, blood dice, she might just roll a second natural 20. So it's like, if you kind of crossing your fingers. We're all hoping. We're all hoping.
Why is it not saving any of these? There we go.
Oh wait, the rock got a 3.
It does have the first round, as it does have a surprise round.
Less exciting.
Less exciting.
Less exciting.
I was preemptively celebrating. I was so hyped.
That it rolled a 3 and doesn't
Just
have an
below.
additional initiative modifier.
I rolled the solid 4.
Well, that's okay. Well, yeah, because it rolled a 3, so we're good. Alrighty. So what it's going to do... It has enough speed. So it actively is going to come over to what it thinks is the biggest target. So I'm actually going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to roll a d4 and see who it's going to pick on.
Douse is short.
True, but you also have the big pointy sword out.
Hey, I too have a big pointy sword.
Yeah. So
Correct.
that's why you're not in the numbers here.
Not in the number. Is it just my group? Because there's 4 of us.
Ami, Nuri, Tax, and Esmond. And I rolled a 4, so it's actually going for Esmond of all the people.
Wow.
Oh, we're good. We can just leave it be. Esmond's got this.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Yeah. So it comes over and it will do a beak attack. Alrighty. My blood dice is not having it today.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. So it will roll the hit. That's a natural 20. Never mind.
Oh my gosh! Oh no!
Is anyone surprised? Is anyone surprised? The first attack, it's fine. It's fine. I'll put it on the board.
Sorry, Seji just put in the chat Ace Pace Rock.
Ace Pace Rock. Oh my goodness.
Melody just put in the chat. Wait, disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage. Okay. Let me roll the disadvantage on there. All right, Melody Wolf, you're using your inspiration. All right, let's see. It got a...
Well,
It got a 27 to hit.
That's
Hey,
better than a natural
not a
20,
crit.
though.
It's not a
Not a
natural
crit.
20. So no double damage. As it will damage him with... Oh my goodness, it's that much damage? Dang.
It's that much damage? That's always a good sign.
You're like,
not worried at all, man.
Am I
Just,
going to have
a pregnant
husband?
Nuri about to watch her husband get eaten alive right in front of her. In front of her
Oh.
kid, too.
Esmond has a lot of health. Alrighty. So Esmond is going to take 10. Oh, wait. Plus 9. 19 points of damage. Alrighty. He is still fine as it pecks down at him. And he's like, ugh. And then it will do a talon attack on him. Okay. That's a nat 1.
That's amazing.
That's really funny.
You guys don't need to use inspiration on that one. We're okay.
Yeah, it rolled a natural 1. I looked at that and I was like, ah, dang it. I wanted to hit. For ace advantage, Lady Noir. Lady Noir is gonna give this one advantage.
Even though Ace Space is not here,
Oh
his
my
influence
goodness.
still poisons our minds.
Alrighty, advantage. That's what you want. That's a 19 plus a 13. So
Oh my goodness.
Loving this, guys. Loving this. All right. Seji saying no, please no. All right, so 19 plus 13, that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 22. 22 to hit. Wait, no, that's 32. 32 to hit. Because it's
Wow.
19 plus 13.
That misses.
Yes.
Let me just double check my math.
Just
That misses.
kidding. No, it does hit. Alrighty, so now I've got to roll. Sorry, guys. Bear with me here. Oh, that's not a lot of damage. So that's going to be 18 points of damage.
Only 18? Oh, he's fine.
Yeah, he's doing pretty fine.
He's fine. Barely scratched him. He's fine.
But the target is grappled.
Oh, never mind.
So the rock attacks him and like flies back into the air with Esmond grappled in his claws.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You do. Would get an attack of opportunity.
Okay, I'm going to attack it. I feel like I have something that would let me use a spell, but let me double check.
Warcaster?
Am I a warcaster? I don't think I'm a warcaster. Never mind. Maybe I'm not a warcaster. I don't think I am. No, I almost took warcaster.
Ah.
I took observant instead. Okay, I'm going to smack it. I want to shock it, but that's not a reaction spell.
Yeah, it's gotta be a reaction.
I don't think I have any reaction spells, so I'm just gonna smack it.
Seji saying, use your rage to unlock Super Saiyan Nuri.
Okay,
Love this.
she generally has her dagger on her, so I'm imagining it would just be her dagger.
Alrighty.
Because that's like
and
what she
C1
normally
class
does.
opportunity is not advantage naturally. Advantage would come like if she was flanking it. For this, it would just be a straight up roll, unfortunately. What'd you roll?
A nat one.
A nat 1. You rolled a nat 1.
Oh my gosh.
So you try to like hit it, but you end up like dropping the knife as like your wrist just kind of like tweaks. You were like trying to do some magic, right? And then as you're like fumbling to get your knife out, you kind of like tweak your wrist and your knife falls, just clatters to the ground. So now it's just laying on the ground, so it will take an action to pick that up if you would like to. But yeah, You totally missed the rock. The rock isn't even bothered. Esmond's Esmond, when he was grabbed, he let out a shout like a "huh!" and then he gets picked up. But that's kind of all that you've heard from him so far, as he's been picked up into the air and is being carried.
Nuri does, like, after she drops the knife, she's like, Esmond! She's like, just like, no!
And now we go to the top of the round, where Nuri, you are first.
Okay. So now that I can use my magic, we use that. How far away is it? It didn't go very far, right?
No, it didn't go terribly far.
Is that its actual distance from me?
Because it was... Hold on a second.
I mean, on my turn, I plan to use the water whip to pull it closer to us.
Yeah, I think it would be like one more space over, but that's it. So, not terribly far.
Okay, so it's close enough.
Also, C1 class and Sechi just being hilarious here. He's not mad, he's just disappointed. And Seji distant screaming from Esmond.
The poor man.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Big B's hand and like right by the rock, and I'm gonna just try and let's see. What size is this creature?
This creature is size gargantuan.
Okay.
So I don't believe Big B's hand can hit it, like can grapple.
No, it can't grapple it. No. It's going to smack the bird. It's gonna just go up and face slap it. Like, how dare you take my husband?
As you shout, how dare you take my husband?
She's just like, yeah, she'll shout that. She casts it like, how dare you take my husband? And smack it.
All right, roll the hit.
Yeah, okay, smacking. I guess it's technically it describes it as a clenched fist in the spell, but if you'll allow it to be a hand slap, I would appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, thank you.
Roll the hit.
Spell attack. Oh, I haven't gotten to use this really before. Cool. Let's see. What is my spell attack? Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay. And we're gonna roll real dice this time. Hope for the best. Okay, that was pretty good. Okay.
I would say, just so you guys know, you're probably about maybe 40 feet above the ocean right now.
That's high up. Okay. 22 to hit.
22 to hit. Alrighty, that hits. Roll for your damage.
Yes! Now, how much should I get a roll? Wow, okay. 48. Oh, I'm so nervous, my hand is shaking. This is really hard to pick things up.
This is how the DM removes our companions one at a time.
One at a time, the bird just carries them away.
Pick them off.
Pick them off one by one.
Wow, I rolled like garbage. This is sad. Okay. It's 11 points of damage.
That's okay. It's better than
That's-
nothing, right?
That's damage.
So
That's damage.
sad. Yep. Force damage.
As you just hear this,
Lapped it in the face.
this ah! As you just go, bird, why you steal my man?
Oh, and then she she's like kind of standing there defensively between her and the kids, and she shouts back behind her to Ami and Tax, "Get below deck!" So she'll do that.
Alrighty. Okay. So.
Oh, and Houdini is going to be like grabbing Ami's clothes and like trying to pull him towards a door.
Okay. Alrighty. So we will put Houdini right here as he is going to get Ami out. Alright, Amaris, it's your turn. Before you start, Greg, can you tell us who still has audience inspiration to mess with the rolls?
Oh, of course. Update. C1 class, Nova Flare, Jonathan, Nick, and Jams.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Remember, you guys are able to give advantage or disadvantage to the NPCs or players. All right, Amaris, your turn. What are you going to do?
Okay, 2 things in particular. This first one depends what she... Well, this one, or this first bit, will determine what she does her next turn. So, this turn... Let me look up this... Okay. How far is this right now? Okay, yes, I got it. Thank you. Perfect. This should work. So first off, Amaris is going to look around to see if there is anything small and loose that would be easy for her to pick up and throw.
Okay. On the ship. Your sword? Ami... No.
That was the first thing that came to my head.
I am not using Ami for this.
Of course not. She'd use Houdini.
Nuri, when I do this, Nuri will never forgive me for it.
There's Nuri's dagger. I don't know if Nuri would be okay with you using that, but it's still on the ground.
That's true. It's on the ground right in front of her. You could use it.
So there is the dagger. There are like rope, barrels, crates. There isn't like terribly too much on deck.
We should have invested in cannons.
There you go.
Well, I'm more of looking for something that I can carve a glyph of warding into.
Okay.
Nuri's dagger.
Nuri's
I'd
dagger,
say
yeah.
high or low. High or low, Mars.
Low.
You are able to find a small crate that's about yay big. You know, you could hold it in one hand easily. It looks like it held like a nice wine bottle inside, but since then, like that wine bottle has been drunk, and the bottle was just left on deck, or the box was just left on deck.
Nuri, what did we talk about alcoholic beverages? But anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You don't know. It was someone else who drank this. I know exactly who.
Me.
No, no.
Nope.
A certain artificer and his girlfriend.
So, asking this to the DM, can I, as a bonus action, like not quite use it, but as a bonus action, can I carve a glyph of warding after I do this?
After you do what?
What I'm going to be doing for my attack.
I would say carving like a glyph of warding would take an action. The spell itself says one action, right, for glyph of warding?
I do believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so I'd say it would take an action. So if you use your action to carve it, then yes, you can do that.
Okay, so here's what I am going to do first. casting Shatter.
Shatter, all right.
I will put the point somewhere where it would hit only the bird.
And not Esmond.
And not Esmond.
Alrighty. So you'd have to kind of like aim it above the bird. And so it would strike it, the shatter would hit it with the damage and not Esmond. But let's say that, yeah.
I'm also going to be casting this at 5th level.
Okay, alrighty.
So he must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Would my hand be in the way of this? Like, would it be caught in it, I guess?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
The Constitution saving throw, you said?
Yes.
That is a 16.
Just barely saves, but he still does take half.
Yes.
My hand is an object, so I don't think it has constitution.
A creature made of an inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on saving throw. A non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes damage if it's in the spell's area.
It is magical though, so I'd say there's no effect on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'd say no effect
So
on it.
that would be 12 points of damage on the bird.
Alrighty, nice. We're getting there. We're getting some damage. Alrighty. I don't believe Shatter is focus based. Yeah, like you don't need
No, it is not.
concentration. Okay. Alrighty, perfect. So now we go on to the NPC turn. Pretty solid. Alright, so Ami is being dragged by Houdini towards the wall here, and Ami is going to end up ducking into the room through the door here. So Ami disappears. I'm going to delete him off the map as he disappears into the ship. Tax, however, you said get inside, right? And she actually is going to run over and pick up your dagger.
Oh no. I literally said get below deck. What is she doing?
She picks up the dagger and she's like, no way! You bring him back! Bad bird! And then she actually comes over to you. She like runs forward, grabs the dagger, goes, no, bad bird! Bring him back! And then throws the dagger into your side, into like where you had your dagger like sheathed, throws it into there, and she runs inside this direction.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Nice of her. A little nerve-wracking for a moment.
You're
She
like, this
jumps
is
off
bad.
like a barbarian, grabs the bird, starts stabbing it with the dagger.
She goes,
Oh
ah! Oh my gosh. I want to see like a Gohan in Cell Saga Power Awakening. Yeah, she becomes
Oh,
just
yes.
this epic.
So, yeah.
Oh, trust me, she's on her own journey of heroism. Alrighty, so that's what Tax and Ami do. They go running in. Alrighty, the other NPC on this map. Oh, there's I was wondering where Esmond was.
You kidnapped him. Did you forget?
I did forget.
Kidnapped.
I did forget that he was kidnapped. So okay, so the grapple to try and escape. Until this grapple ends, the target is restrained, and the rock kittens. Okay, so escape. Let's see if Esmond is able to escape. Okay, now where is Esmond's? Oh. Too many tabs. Where is Esmond's character sheet? I've got his, Okay, so he rolled that plus his strength. He does not escape as he attempts to. The escape DC is a 19, so he rolled a 14.
Bummer. If only there was someone who had just all the audience inspiration.
Oh yeah.
I'm just kidding.
He's trapped.
So she likes Super Saiyan 2. Alright, so he spends his action trying to escape from the rock's talons, but they are very strong and he's unable to get out. Alrighty. So Dane, I have to like always like think in my brain, Dane, not real Dane.
Yeah, you
Dane.
just saying Dane, I was like, oh, it's my turn. Wait, no.
You're like, oh no, it's NPC Dane's turn. Alright, as she steps forward, and she's going to cast Healing Word. And give Esmond back a couple hit points. Alrighty, so she casts Healing Word. Technically, that's a bonus action. Right? Yeah, that's a bonus
Yes.
action. Thank you. And for her action, she's actually just going to move down the stairs and kind of like hide a bit behind the stairs, but like still in the battle. And she is a cleric, but she's got a prepared spell. So she's preparing to cast another spell for her turn. Alrighty, and that is all the NPCs. Douse, it is your turn.
Okay. Is it safe to assume that the rock is above where the boat is, or is it below?
It is
level?
above.
Yeah, there's no way Douse is making that jump. So instead,
Well, like,
Douse,
it's not like far above, it's just slightly above.
still, according to the rules, it says long jump gives me distance equal to my strength score, which is 13.
Okay.
This is 15 at the least, but
Yeah.
probably more 20, 25. So instead, Douse will just run to the edge, and he will cast, or he's not going to cast, but he'll use the water whip, whoop, using 4 key points. So that's going to be 2 extra to do a total of 5d8 potential damage. And it needs to succeed a dexterity saving throw, or I get to pull it closer to us.
Okay, dexterity saving throw. My blood dice has been rolling really low tonight. It is a 9.
18. I believe that is below my count. Give me 1 second.
Yep, big fail. It big fails that.
Okay, 18 plus another 9, that's 27. 31 damage. I think bludgeoning damage to it.
Dang, 31.
Yes. And then I get to... I'm not going to knock it prone, but I can pull it 20 feet closer to me. Or 25 feet closer to me. So it's back to the boat.
Yeah, so with you pulling it, he's essentially like partway on the boat at this point? Or you were pulling it from over there? Or did you
I ran to the edge of the boat and pulled it.
Okay.
As well as
So
trying to say.
you need to back up a bit.
Oh,
Otherwise, it's coming on you.
okay.
Right here. As you like reel it in essentially, and it's like as it gets pulled in, Esmond gets smushed into the side of the boat a little bit, and then like kind of dragged onto the deck as it's still in one, as Esmond's still trapped in one of its claws.
Douse makes a slight internal comment away of like, I've never been fishing for poultry before.
And Way is like, I don't think a waterlogged bird would taste very good.
Neither do I, but it's a thought.
It is a thought. At least you can say you are quite adept at it.
I'd say I'm probably the master of it. I don't know if anyone else has ever done this.
Alrighty. And that's your turn?
Yes.
Alrighty. Dusty, your turn.
Oh, actually, can I also do bonus action cast, I think, Sanctuary? On Esmond?
Is it a bonus action?
I believe so. That's what I'm... Yeah, Sanctuary is a bonus action.
Okay.
You
ward a creature until within range against attack. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or spell.
And it's 30 feet range.
So you can, but it would ward him against any other attacks. Because he's still grappled. It wouldn't stop him from being grappled.
I did not know that, so I'd probably just put it on Dane then instead. Keep her safe since she's preparing, or she has a spell that she's doing.
Yeah, I think for this specifically, as like C1 class is asking about, even if we can cast Sanctuary, I'd say if you wanted to, you could, but it wouldn't do much as he is already grappled. You think he could cast Sanctuary on a grappled target?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I think you could cast it if you wanted to, but it would just be against like future attacks. He would still be grappled by the bird.
Well, that'll protect him for future.
Yeah.
I said it, and so it's happening.
All right, so you cast Sanctuary.
He's not a good cleric, but he knows how to at least cast the spell.
Exactly.
Not entirely what it does.
Alrighty. And that's it.
Yep.
Alright, it is now Dusty's turn.
Awesome. So to clarify, the rock and Esmond are on the boat currently?
Yes, they are on the boat currently.
Okay, they have landed. Dusty is going to he's going to like stick his quarterstaff in the wheel as to keep the boat straight as he decides to leave it. As he's going to come down. We're going to do this. He's going to go this way, blah, blah, blah. That's about 30 feet. So he moves there, and he's going to first attempt to use Earthbind on the rock. So it's going to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. Strength saving throw. That is a... Holy crud. So I gotta count real quick.
Yeah.
That's a 26.
That succeeds. So he attempts to wrap mystical vines around the creature a creature's wings to stop it from being able to fly. but seeing as that does not work, instead he's going to use his spirit totem in its bear form.
Okay.
So
someone could do audience inspiration for disadvantage on that, though.
there is always disadvantage if anyone wants to do that.
Alrighty.
And he's going to cast his spirit totem in its bear form.
C1 class said disadvantage on the save. Okay.
I'll bite, he says. Hey, thanks, C1 class. Appreciate that.
Here, you know what? I will not use the blood dice for this.
It's like as double disadvantage now. This is great.
C1 class, with your disadvantage, the rock rolled a natural 1.
Let's go! And that, my friends, is why you are important. Not just for this. You also are fantastic in your own rights. But you know what? You're good at stopping this rock from flying away. Nice. So yeah, its flying speed is reduced to 0. And it stays at 0 as long as I keep concentration on the spell.
Okay.
Let me just double check. Yes, concentration up to 1 minute.
Alrighty, so you've these vines all like grow and appear and wrap around the rock's wings, and it kind of traps it there where it's at on the boat. Kind of, and I'll say even more so, like Nuri and Douse, you guys get kind of, you back up a bit as the rock is like, ooh, what the, oh no, did I make him bigger? Wait. Now I'm confused.
You made him smaller.
I made him smaller?
You made him smaller.
Okay.
Aha.
As he's pulled further onto the ship.
Very good. Okay. Now with the bear spirit, each creature within of my choosing within range, so within 30 feet of bear spirit, will gain a temporary hit points boost, and all creatures within its aura will have advantage on strength saving throws, and strength checks, including to break free from grapple.
So including enemies or just the ones you choose?
Just allies.
Okay, because you said in general, so that's what I was like, wait.
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone, so...
They'll get advantage on those. Additionally, the rock is prone on the boat because of the nat 1. Yes, C1 class, it is. I'll bite, C1 class. It's prone.
Nice. Very well done. Okay. But yeah, everyone within, we'll say, everyone also gains 14 temporary hit points. He will place it so that everyone in his party will get the temporary hit points. So Amaris, Douse, Dane, as well as Nuri and Esmond will gain temporary hit points. 14 of them.
All right, perfect. Anything else for your turn, Dusty?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. All right, it is now the rock's turn. And he does have to spend half of his movement to stand up from being prone, but he is still tethered to the boat by your Earthbind spell. As he's trapped and he's trying to flap his wings, but the vines are like chains weighing him down. He actually, high or low, Nuri?
Hi.
Okay, it was high. He ends up letting Esmond go with one of the talons, so he can do his multi-bite and talon attack on you guys. As he strikes at Douse, because he's right in fighting range. Okay. Douse, you are getting attacked by his beak attack with a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that doesn't hit. I have this thing called monks are OP.
Oh,
our AC is 30. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna roll for damage. Ooh, ouch.
I mean, good news. Sanctuary is not concentration, so that's still there.
$33 points of damage as it comes and bites into your shoulder. You actually, like, as this bite happens, you hear Dane behind you going, "No!"
I mean, it's not much. I just gotta do quick math.
Audience inspiration to give advantage to the rock if he misses an attack. Nova Flare, you are,
How come half of our audience is trying to kill us and the other half is trying to save us? I think it's good that way. I think it's good that way.
Yeah, it makes everything so much more fun. And for the talent attack, he's going to strike at Nuri.
I'm just a baby. I'm just kidding.
Baby?
I'm innocent. I did nothing.
Just a squishy little wizard.
Just a squishy little wizard? So I would not erase Nova Flare from the list, Greg. Not yet, until the rock misses an attack.
If it misses.
If it misses, yeah.
I don't think you can physically miss Nuri unless you rolled a nat 1.
Yeah. Alrighty. 19 to hit.
Oh, it hits. There's no question.
Yeah.
My AC is 12, in case you didn't know.
This is going to be slashing damage, so be careful.
If I was a paladin, I'd intercept it. I'm not.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Yeah,
I feel like I need to pull out a calculator, almost. I'm scared.
19 points of slashing damage.
I thought it was going to be. Okay.
I rolled, like, for Douse, so his bite attack does 4d8 plus 9, whereas his talons does 4d6 plus 9. And for Douse, I rolled an 8, an 8, a 7, and a 1.
He has the health. He can take it.
Yeah, it was just really funny. I was like, ooh. Like, that was an ouch. That was an ouch. Alrighty. As it is screeching, so it cannot attempt to... Okay. Yeah, so it can't reattempt to escape the Earthbind, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Alright, so it is trying its best, but it doesn't have much reach, to be honest. So, it strikes at you both. C1 class saying, hold that thought. Is it still prone? It is not still prone. It did stand up. The rock did stand up. But it's unable to fly away or move. It's bound to the ground, essentially. I wouldn't say that gives it disadvantage. It is at a very big disadvantage already, not being able to fly and run now. It is now at the mercy of the party. Yeah.
The non-existent mercy.
Yeah.
Oh, our mercy ran out.
You know what, C1 class? High or low on if it gets disadvantage on its rolls? So, high or low? Once the stream delay gets to you.
Darn stream delays.
I know. They're not very fun. Hi, okay. That was high. All right, it will now have disadvantage stuck on the boat with all of its attacks. But then again, if it misses one of the attacks with disadvantage, the Nova Flare's using her inspiration to give it advantage. So then it's kind of straight up. We'll reroll, but we'll get to that point. All right, it is now back to the top of the round. It is Nuri's turn.
If I were to back up, would I get an opportunity attack because it could reach me from where it was?
Yes.
Hello, Emily.
Hi.
Well, Nuri's going to not be super smart, and she got slashed, and it kind of hurt, but also she had temporary hit points, so it was just more like a small scratch, but she's instinctively covering her belly, and she's going to back up.
Alrighty. So it will get an opportunity attack on you. It is going to use its reaction to do so. And your AC is a 12, right?
Yes, I haven't cast any magic to make it higher right now.
Okay, so he rolled a 15 total. So if Dane casts shield as a reaction,
is that at disadvantage too?
Yeah.
Wow. Cool. Keep going.
Yeah, because it rolls a 2 to get a 15.
It literally, even if it got a nat 1, it couldn't miss Nuri.
Well, technically a nat 1, but...
No, well, yeah.
Okay. So the shield spell, I believe, is a reaction. No. Yes, but I'm trying to remember how many points it shield, or how much it raises the AC.
5, I believe.
5? I just wanted to double check. Yes, it is a bonus 5. So she's going to cast, Dana's going to reaction cast shield on you, Nuri, giving you +5 to your AC.
Hey.
And it will miss its attack.
And I'm going back up.
Does that
use
I hate
Nova
to be the guy
Flares?
to ask, but does Nova Flare's inspiration trigger?
Oh. Oh.
Nova Flare, is your inspiration being triggered right now, or would you like to wait longer?
I mean, if you're sowing chaos.
I mean.
Alrighty, I will roll straight up. Whatever this roll is. You've activated my trap card. Yep. Alrighty. That is a... Sorry, I gotta calculate this. 13. That's an 18 to hit.
That would pass the shield.
Because it's 12 plus 5.
So it's 17 is her AC right now.
So it just barely hits.
I imagine like it's coming in to hit, the shield comes up, and then the claws like hit it, and then it's like, oh, you're safe.
Through.
Right. Like, have you seen Jurassic World? Like that moment where it breaks through the ball that the kids are in? Like that.
Yeah, so it stops by the shield and then just breaks through and nicks Nuri. We
or
haven't
Boars,
rolled...
depending on how high you roll.
That's true.
This is crazy. The chaos is crazy, my friends.
24 points of damage as it strikes you on the back as you're like turned running. It slashes you across the back.
It does hit a second barrier, but it breaks through that too.
Yeah.
The temp HP.
Yeah, it finishes up the temp.
Oh, it fit. That was gone already.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, never
It
mind.
was gone. You said it was 24?
20. It was either 23 or 24. So go 23.
24.
24?
I feel like it was 24.
Yeah, it was 24.
Cool.
Math.
I am below half hit points.
Not good. Nuri, will you roll a d20 for me? And add your constitution modifier.
Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Concentration is worst.
Ah,
I'll have to roll it on here.
concentration time. Wait, how much was it? 24, so it's... Check is 12.
Eight.
So Bigby's hand drops. Additionally, I would like you to make a another d20 roll and just add your constitution modifier.
So just the same roll?
Yeah, same roll.
Cool. Another one. Yay. Wait, no. Is this revenge from years ago?
5.
Vengeance.
Is this vengeance?
You now, once this heals, this will be a large scar on your back.
Oh, okay.
What revenge were you thinking of?
I'm not gonna say now. No,
No ideas.
Oh,
no idea.
Nope.
Now
Nope.
I know what
No,
you're talking
No,
about.
no. You don't have
I
to roll any
know.
more dice.
I don't know anything. There's no.
Yeah, I need you to roll one more for me.
No.
Roll a constitution save for me. Roll one more. We gotta see if the baby's okay. Nuri.
Dang it.
I should have said anything. I'm sorry. Statistically, it has a higher chance of going out well.
A 12. All right. I'm not gonna say anything about that.
That's just rude. I didn't do that to you.
Yeah, you just put a Grim Reaper on the map.
Hey, you knew.
For context, I played a character that was pregnant in Sierra's campaign years ago, and she had me roll a constitution saving throw at one point once I got hit by an attack. And then she put the Grim Reaper on the map, and I was really confused because none of our party was down. And it wasn't until it took a step towards me that I was like, oh shoot, this baby's in danger. It needs healing. So I healed myself and it was fine.
Wow.
So that's the clarification here. The revenge.
Come full circle.
I feel like it depends on where that she would get hit. I mean, if the back,
yeah.
it'd be fine. But-
That is the thing.
Hypothetically.
I honestly
Not to
only
be
did
over.
it here just for funs, for kicks and giggles.
For kicks and giggles.
Yeah,
Just to drop
to mess
it,
with Sierra. Alrighty, guys. Yes, thank you, C1 class. That is twisted. Alrighty. That was Nuri. You ran away. That was your turn.
No, I still have my action,
Okay.
and I'm a safe distance away, so I'm going to use well, I think I want to use this one. Okay, I'm gonna blight it.
Blight it. Okay.
Because I don't have to touch it. So I'm going to use some
Alright, it must
necromancy.
make a Constitution saving throw. Alrighty. That's plus. Ah! I lost the rock. Here we go. Plus Constitution. That is going to be. It definitely succeeds because it's a 15 plus a 9.
Oh, it succeeds.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just like, no.
So half
no
damage then. So what Nuri's gonna do is, as she gets struck in the back, she's gonna let out a scream because that really hurt. She kind of like stumbles a little bit, but she'll get back up. She's gonna get to the edge of the ship and kind of like be leaning on it. And her hand's gonna just touch her back, and like it's covered in blood. And so then, like just angry and upset, she's gonna draw a sigil in the air, and like the blood kind of gets stuck in the air as she's drawing it, so it's just floating in the air. And then she'll like push into it, and the blood's gonna just shoot out, and it's gonna turn into necrotic energy and like just grip onto the rock's neck as it starts to try and decay it.
Alrighty.
And let me roll for damage.
It does do half damage.
I don't know if I have enough D8s for this. Oh no. Oh no.
D8.
Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only have 6. Oh no.
C1 class. If you think that was a really nice description, you could always give her player inspiration for her description.
Yes, you do have the power.
Yes, audience does have the power to give the player and the party inspiration, so they should they so choose.
This is a really big number and I'm stressing.
It's okay. It's just math.
Okay, and then it's just math in front of people.
Math.
Okay. So it was a total of 41 points of damage. However, it's halved. So it's 20 points of necrotic damage because I have to round down.
Okay, 20 points. Also, Seji said that you deserve player inspiration for that. So, Seji, you have just given Nuri Tamaron player inspiration.
Thank you.
Now you gotta use it.
I will, believe me.
In this battle. All right, is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay, Amaris, it is your turn with the NPCs on deck.
Yes, I can do this earlier than I thought. So Amaris is going to pick up the before mentioned cube or box.
Yeah, it's
tiny
like
box.
a little rectangular box.
Perfect.
Tesseract, yeah?
That's part of a cube,
Tesseract.
though.
It's an elongated tesseract. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We'll come right here. So she's going to come right here, quickly do a glyph of warding on this box.
With her action?
Well, this... Okay. Here's what I'm planning on doing. I am carving it, and then I want to throw it at the bird.
Okay, it does take an action to cast Glyph of Warding to, like, carve that. I'd say high or low. High or low, Amaris.
Can I bargain for the throwing to be part of my movement?
Well, I mean, I was thinking more bonus action.
Let's even it out low.
It was low. Alrighty. You can use your bonus action to throw it.
Cool. So she comes over here, and she's going to do the Glyph of Warding, and do it like within. Yeah, let's do 5 feet. She's hoping for this to go off in the air. So she carves it out, and she yells at everyone, "Everybody duck!" And then she's gonna throw it at the bird, and then immediately duck down.
Alrighty. It will use your reaction to duck if you guys do choose to do so.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna duck.
Nuri
Dane has used her reaction before it is her turn, so she will not be ducking. Esmond will duck. But he is already prone on the ground, so...
Because this is going to be a 20-foot radius sphere. As I am doing... What is it? The explosive.
Sorry.
So he must make a dexterity saving throw.
17.
Okay, that I do believe succeeds. Yes. So that exceeds. But I am doing this as a 4th level, so that's an extra D8. So let's see here. 60. Oh, whoops. 6D8. So that would be 11 points of damage.
Okay, 11 points of damage as an explosion goes off from the box hitting the worm.
The rock?
Or did I say rock?
You said worm.
Sorry.
It's a tiny little earthworm.
It's a little worm on the boat that seems to be doing a lot of havoc.
It's worm in the sense of how dinosaurs are the ancestors of the chicken or something.
WYRM, worm.
Yeah.
Worm.
Yeah, like the bookworm. Alrighty. So you strike it at the rock. Some of its feathers seem singed, but otherwise you have done a little bit of damage. We call that a worm burner. Nice C1 class. Alrighty. It is now the NPC turn. Perfect. Alrighty. Let me pull this up. I've got character sheets pulled up here. Alrighty. Holy crud, she's got divine intervention.
Hype.
What?
Hype.
Yeah,
awesome.
Pretty hype. Gotta roll a D100 for that. Let's see. Okay, so what she's gonna do is she's gonna run over to Nuri and she is going to cast Cure Wounds on you. Okay. She's going to cast Cure Wounds. Let me pull this up and roll. See what she does. You are going to gain 14 points of healing. Oh wait, but it's at 3rd level. So let me add 22 points of healing. Nuri, you
I'm almost back up to full.
Perfect. That's great. As she casts Cure Wounds on you. And then she's going to bonus action Healing Word on Douse.
That is 2 spells in one round.
Oh, that's right. You can't do 2 spells. So she can't do that. She would have, though. She would have.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah. So she is going to, instead, for her bonus action, what she will do, actually, is she's going to run over to Douse, and she's going to try and give him a healing potion for her bonus action. Which is
So she's gonna just like stick it in his mouth.
Yeah, essentially.
Just runs up.
Douse isn't even looking. Also, just bottle.
And you're like,
Crack one of your teeth. Just.
roll history for me, Dallas.
This is not gonna be good.
And
Douse
Sue
does
in
not
class,
have good
unfortunately,
history.
she doesn't have any healing cantrips.
That is a 16.
16. Okay, so you remember from one of the when you first joined up with the party, and Dane here was a part of the party. You remember that this used to be a thing that she would do often. Is that if she needed to heal someone, like two people at the same time, she would just like cure wounds one person, and then she would run over and pop a healing potion in your mouth. So like the memory comes back to you of she's done this before.
Okay.
But it's just because of all the like memory stuff with forgetting her, from the false Hydra and all that whatnot. The memory just
Convenient
knows.
retconning. Got it.
Yeah,
Yep.
convenient retcon.
I mean, it's good to know that I'm not taking bludgeoning damage from a healing potion.
Yeah, exactly. You're actually getting 6 points of healing.
Ooh.
As she just boop, drink.
Fantastic.
Just a tooth knocked out. It's what it seems like.
Just casually.
Alrighty, so now Esmond is going to use half his movement to stand up. And he is really upset that this rock has hit his wife so hard. And he is going to do his attack because he's freaking OP. No, not OP, don't worry.
Show us that beholder slaying blade.
Didn't
Yes,
roll
the
too
horn.
well, but
What did he kill? A mind flare? Show us how he killed a mind flare.
he
on
did
his
That's right,
kill
own.
a mind flare.
He did.
Actually, he just barely hits the rock here with his first attack.
I mean, I kind of want to see him just wrangle the monster. He's taking a few of them, rodeo.
Might as well.
Wrangle the monster. He gets to roll 6d6 with his shadow sword. Oh yeah, with Esmond, what he does is you see him like reach down, which you actually didn't see him like pull, like have his sword on, but he reaches down and just pulls out like a shadowy blade. It feels what it seems like. It like just appears out of the shadows, and he goes to strike at this rock here. And does a crud ton of damage.
One shot the burb.
Not quite a one shot, but he does. $27 damage on the first hit.
On the first hit.
On the first hit. He gets 3 hits. And he hits with the second one. And let me just
Fighter
roll
moment.
for the third one. Oh yeah, he definitely hits with that one. No nat 20s, but he's definitely hitting. As he does, guys, this is...
Wait, he has 3 attacks?
He's got 3 multi-attack.
Fighter moment.
He's the Obsidian Knight, guys.
This is true.
Oh, see one class, have him open hand slap the bird as a bonus action just for the disrespect.
goes through the whole thing, takes off his glove too, just to show the actual disrespect.
He's like, excuse me. Alrighty. Okay, so hold on. I've gotta figure out. Okay. So 24 on the second attack. Seji, he is the coolest.
Who's making that noise?
Oh, sorry.
I was jamming.
I couldn't. I saw Greg going. And like, it just happens to be at the speed. But
Right?
I didn't see my
doing, but
mic.
like...
I didn't see my mic picking it up, so I was like, "There's no way, no."
I was at
good,
first
it
I
was
thought maybe Greg was tapping his hands. I was really confused.
Yeah.
I'm listening to like a lo-fi version of a song, and I was like, "It's a really nice song. I like it."
Nice, vibing.
Alrighty. So he strikes 3 times, and C1 class, just for you, with his bonus action, just backhand swats the bird. Deals no damage, but it's like the disrespect.
Emotional damage, cosmetic damage.
Cosmetic damage, there we go. The bird is looking really worse for wear, and it is screeching. As it's going, and it looks like it's desperately trying to flap away from you guys at this point. Its attacks seem more not directed towards people so much as it is like trying to get away, but it's trapped on the boat. It is now Douse's turn.
So, can I ask, what is the current season?
It is currently very late summer, or is it fall at this?
It's fall now.
Yeah, it is fall now.
The beginning of fall.
Yeah, the very beginning of fall.
Okay, that means I don't get the extra fire damage.
Oh yeah,
Instead-
from your cool new
uniform.
yeah, your uniform.
Instead, I get a lot of defensive perks.
Yeah. Also, I just have to say, Seji and C1 class, Seji going, dang, he would have decked it in the face. And C1 class going, lol, everyone just watch this man backhand a bird and now know that he's not one to mess with. As he just backhand.
So, if that's the case, Douse will just, because he still has the sword out, so he's still learning to use it, so he's gonna take 2 swings with that.
Okay.
That is 18 plus 7, 25 to hit for the first one,
25 to hit, okay.
and then 16 to
hits.
hit for the second one.
That hits. Both of them hit.
Ooh, yay! Is it a D6 that I roll for damage?
I don't have your sword on me.
Yes, D6 plus strength plus 2.
Alrighty.
So,
Well, is
You
it
hit.
finesse? Because then it could do dexterity instead of strength.
I don't think it is finesse.
What kind of
If
weapon
it's
do
a-
you have?
If it's a monk weapon,
It's a short sword, right?
Yeah,
That should be.
at least I don't remember seeing it.
because it's
Nice.
the
Say finesse.
keyblade, right?
It is a keyblade.
It is a monk weapon, so would it use dex? Okay, you can use dex
Ooh, I am definitely using Dex.
because it is specifically a monk weapon.
So that's gonna be plus 4 to my damage. First one does 5 damage. Second one does 10 damage.
Okay. You said 10 and what?
5.
5.
Oh, wait. Yeah. And then I will use Patient Defense as my bonus action.
All right. And what does that do?
I think it just lets me take the dodge action. Wait. Hold on. It's under my key. Patient Defense. You spend 1 key point to take the dodge action as a bonus action on your turn.
Okay, awesome. All right, so you do that, and you are now dodging after you slashed up the bird. All right, it is now Dusty's turn, and the rock is crying out.
Nice. High or low?
Low. Let's balance this out.
All right. We'll roll, and then we'll put that on the board. Okay. All right. So Dusty sees Nuri get healed. Looks like that was his main location that he was going to go to. He almost like pulls back a little bit once he sees Nuri get healed up. And then he turns over towards the rock. And he looks at it for a moment as it's like crying out, very obviously trying to like break free. And he is going to hold up his staff. It is of the World Tree, that's right. His branch of the World Tree. And he basically just kind of mutters, "You had your chance." And he's going to cast Ice Knife. He's going to upcast this. So that is a roll to hit. Let me see if it automatically does everything for me. That'd be fantastic. It is a ranged spell attack, so I roll to hit. Okay. So that is +8. Let's roll a d20 here just for the funny. Can I do it here? Ooh, I can. Nice. I had the foresight. Okay, it is a 16 to hit.
All right, a 16 does hit.
Okay, and the damage is 1d10 plus, let's see, when you guys at second level or higher, so that would be 2, 3, 4, 5d6. So 1d10 and 5d6. Which totals out to 24.
24 points of damage. Alrighty. It is looking very worse for wear as you throw the ice knife into its side. It screeches in pain. Anything else, Dusty?
Nope. That is it for Dusty.
Alrighty. Gotta zoom in on this battle here. It is now the rock's turn. As it screeches very loudly, enough to like pierce your ears. Alrighty. It screeches, "Arr!" and it is going to try and claw at Esmond and try to bite at Douse as it's frantically trying to get away. It is going to be at disadvantage as all. That was actually not bad for disadvantage, to be honest. It does hit Esmond with that. It's like a 26. For Douse, that is a natural 1. So it misses on you. Alright, but for the claw attack,
Wait,
Oh, wait.
what kind of attack was it attacking Douse
It-
with?
It was doing a claw attack on Esmond.
Okay, this
Oh,
is the
dang
first
it.
time it's attacking Esmond.
Oh yes, it for the it does have to
Sanctuary.
make a wisdom saving throw for sanctuary.
Instead, all its attacks go on Douse.
Probably. But then they're all at disadvantage regardless.
Nice memory, Douse. Nice memory. I had already forgotten.
So it rolled a 2, so it fails.
Wait, does Sanctuary end though if the person who's on it?
It is not concentration.
But it doesn't it end if the person who has Sanctuary attacks?
Oh. Any creature who targets on a failed save creature. The spell doesn't protect the ward creature from area effects, such as explosion or fireball. If the ward creature makes an attack or casts a spell that affects any enemy creature, the spell ends. Yes.
Ah. So yeah, it is gone now. I'm sorry, Dallas.
Sorry.
Dang. Oh well.
I only remember this only because of Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
When are we all gonna
Baldur's
play
Gate
that one?
3.
Dude, that'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
Could all play together.
I've been playing a lot of BG3 lately, actually. It's a very fun game.
New stream idea? Wednesday nights? No.
Wednesday nights, I'll play, huh?
We'll have to see. Didn't even know it was multiplayer.
You didn't know that?
Wait, is it actually?
It is.
Yeah.
You can play it with like up to 4 people, I think.
Dang.
I'm
That's
sorry,
pretty
I was
cool.
talking to my roommate. What game is this?
Baldur's Gate 3.
Jigs.
Oh, I don't have that one.
It's really fun. It's very fun. Not terribly appropriate, but very fun.
Yeah, just avoid the romance scenes. You're good.
Fine.
But I like flirting.
You're married.
I am married.
You also
Happily.
sound like your little sister.
Wait, are you calling me my little sister?
Okay,
Okay.
that is because in every single campaign that I have been in with her, every single one of her characters, without fail, was like flirting with every single guy we came in contact
Yeah,
with.
that's my little sister.
Hey,
guys.
it's a skill. It's a skill. You can get so
Skill.
much stuff for free in D&D when you do that. It's wild.
You're not
Love my
wrong.
little sister, but she's a flirter at heart. She's a flirt.
She's great at it, so
She's very good at it. Surprisingly so. I've asked her for pointers before I was married. Alrighty.
obviously they worked.
They did work. Alrighty. So, for the rock, back to the game. Sorry, guys. A little sidetracked here. So, the rock. C1 class going manipulation as a skill for sure. Okay, that leads me to another thought about my sister, but I probably shouldn't share it on stream. So
Probably
we're gonna go.
Yeah.
It was
love
a
her.
funny thought, not a bad thought. Don't worry, it was a funny thought. But let's get back to the actual game, guys. Alrighty. So the rock here is screeching and trying to let go, get gone, leave. And it hits Esmond for a bunch of damage. You guys saw me add it here on the stream. It is now Nuri's turn.
I was about to talk and I realized I was on mute, so that was awkward. Okay. You said it looks pretty hurt, yes?
It is looking pretty hurt. Let me double check how much health it has. Yeah, it's looking very hurt.
On a scale of 1 to 100, how much health do you like?
Oh, it has over 100 health, Douse.
Oh, we're talking percentage here.
Oh, percentage. A little different. Okay. Torn between 2 spells. Let's see. I did this one, it'd be 3, 4. No, that'd still be more damage. Okay, no, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to use Chromatic Orb. But never mind. I rolled a 10, so wait, no, that's damage. Never mind. I don't know what that's rolling. Ignore that roll. I don't know what it's trying to do. Okay. Just ignore that. I was like, I rolled a 10. That's damage. So I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb. But I can choose what it's going to be. But also, because of my cool subclass, I can change a spell damage type of a spell to one that I have in a different spell.
Oh.
She changes spells as she's casting them. That's like her thing. So I'm going to use one of those points to change the damage of this one, just because I can, to necrotic. Because I'm a necromancer.
Funnily enough, that's also the kind of damage that Esmond just dealt.
Match made in heaven.
Aww.
So perfect
cute
for each
couple.
other.
It really is. That's funny. Okay. But again, I'm going to cast it at 4th level.
Ooh.
So it's going to be higher damage if I hit. And now I'm going to roll to try and hit, which I'm scared to do, but I'm going to try my Mara dice. They don't like me much anymore, but I'm going to try.
Yeah, C1 class.
Natural 20!
Oh my gosh!
No kidding, no kidding. Look. You can't tell. It's a natural 20.
That's so exciting!
Okay, natural 20.
Double
So
damage.
27 to hit.
Hits.
Damn. Okay. So it's 3d8, but for each level it adds another one, so it's 4, 5, 6 d8. As I get Nuri by the side, her wound has healed up quite a bit. There's still some blood trickling. So she just kind of like, as she checks her back after it's healed, she's like, it's still bleeding. And then she will take the blood that's on her hand and like use magic to form that into her necrotic ball of destruction. And she's gonna throw it.
Alrighty.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I have exactly the amount I need.
Perfect.
And I rolled like garbage again. This is worse than before. This is so sad.
It's double
I
damage.
get a good bullet. You're right. I forgot. Thank you. I totally forgot about that.
It's a nat 20. Doubling the damage.
So it's 26 points of necrotic damage.
That's doubled?
That's doubled. It was
Oh,
13.
goodness. Alright, plus 26. Alright, Nuri, you strike the bird, blood again splattering onto your blood, splattering onto the bird. And these electric arcs of this green energy kind of spark across it. Not quite like the earthy green of Dusty's magic vines, more of like a lime, what would I say? Dr. Facilier green, Disney lime green, as they arc over the bird. Alrighty. It cries out again, trying to yank and pull off of the ship. Amaris, it is your turn.
Let's see what else I can do here. Okay, that
You guys
that
do...
should work.
Yeah?
Let's see here.
C1 class it is.
Okay.
Seji, we will do our best.
Well. Okay. We're just gonna go with Thunderwave here.
All right.
So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Natural 20.
Still takes half.
It does still
Okay.
take half damage.
This one's not as good as what I've been doing. That's 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Hey, every point of damage gets it closer there.
Yes, it does.
Alrighty, as you blast out the thunder wave towards it. Alright, and that's
If
your
it's
turn.
not dead by my next turn, we're gonna see if I can kill it with Vicious Mockery.
That'd be very funny. Alright, it is the NPC turn. And this one, we're gonna start it off with Esmond. Who's going to make an attack, 3 attack rolls as a multi-attack. It hits on that one. Ooh, does that one hit?
Oh, it died already. Oh,
it does
cool.
not hit with its second one. And he does hit with his third. So he does hit it twice. Ah! I'm losing dice.
Oh.
Whew, okay. Let's see. That's 28 damage on the first strike. Oh, that first strike. So he goes in and he just stabs his sword in and twists it. And you see this like green necrotic energy spark along the blade and into the rock. And as he twists, the rock just and collapses on top of the ship. And he lets go of his sword and it dissipates. As the rock is lifeless now on the boat, letting out one loose cry as it dies.
Yay!
We did it. We did
That
it.
was fun.
Yeah,
And no one
Esmond
died.
is looking kind of hurt, but not as hurt as you guys, as he comes immediately rushing over to you, Nuri. Dane is going to be going around healing you all to full health. So yeah, so just put yourselves all at full health as she comes over and casts Cure Wounds on each of you.
Done.
Esmond refuses to be like, he insists to go last out of all of them, out of everybody.
Nori's like shaking as she's just hugging him.
Douse would follow kind of Esmond's suit. I mean, he wouldn't worry about going after him, but like, I minorly injured. You like focus on those who are in need of it first.
Which would technically only be Nuri and you and Esmond. So yes, she will go to Nuri first, and she will check Nuri out. And Nuri, you feel the wounds on your back closing up. You do feel a lot weaker because of a lot of blood loss, and a little lightheaded. But you are like closed up, and your wounds are no longer there. There is a scar on your back from where the rock struck you. But that
Battle scars.
Yeah, battle scars. She then goes over to you, Douse, and makes sure that you're all healed up. like looking at your arms, and especially on your shoulder where the beak like caught you really badly. And she's very tender as she like touches your arm and heals it over. And she says she'll be right back as she runs over to Esmond, does a quick heal on him, even though he's very covered in blood. His hair, his white hair is like splattered with red. And then she runs back over to you, and Douse, she actually like pulls you over to sit down on the steps as she runs into the doors and then comes back just moments later with a bowl of water and a rag as she starts to clean your shoulder.
Thank you. This is, I mean, you don't have to go that far.
No,
thank you.
It's not the first time I've cleaned blood off of someone.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. I can fix up your clothes as well that have kind of gotten a bit torn.
I appreciate it.
And after she cleans the blood and cleans it off, she uses mending to seal up your clothes where all the rips and tears were.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And she's got a very bright blush on her face.
Oh.
Douse is now planning to go and try and make a delicious meal, especially for her later.
We have rock meat.
We do have
There
rock
we
meat.
go. Don't let it go to waste. It's chicken dinner tonight.
Yes,
Winner,
then you
winner.
guys can come.
Yeah. Yeah, Dusty sort of sees Din going around and healing people, and he first turns there, sees that happening, he's like, okay, and he just kind of like looks back towards the rock and like scoffs as he returns back to the helm, and he takes his quarterstaff out and remans the controls.
Okay.
Natural selection, bird.
Yeah. Amaris, as you pass by, Dane will turn to you and she'll go, "That was pretty cool, Amaris, with the big box explosion."
Amaris just smiles and is like, thanks. Just kind of improvising there.
Well, you did a great job. That was very clever.
Well, what would we call something like that? I think Miles could come up with a name for something like that.
Miles isn't the greatest at names. If the escape plan is anything to go by.
Well, I mean, for the purpose of what this ship was originally for, it does fit.
That's true. His names are very literal.
Dusty calls out from the helm, "Boombox."
That's pretty good. That's hilarious.
I applaud you, sir. That was a good
That
one.
was a good one. So, as you say the boombox, Drav bursts through the door with his like battle axe at the ready, and he's like, and he like looks over at the bird and he goes running and he like throws the axe into the bird, but it's already dead, and he's like, "No! It's too late!" And Girth is like right behind him with like two hand axes, and she's like, "I guess we were late to the party."
Just a little. I mean, we now have meat for tonight's dinner.
Very good. She immediately puts her hand axes away, and then you hear her go, Tex, come on out here, darling. And then she comes running out and she's like, is it dead? And she goes, Girth says, yep. Now are you ready to learn how to skin a bird? Or how to dress a bird, is what she says. Favorite lines of porn. Yes.
Tex immediately runs, grabs like a doll dress, or starts like grabbing clothes. I'm ready to dress it!
Ready to dress. No, she knows. And so she actually like runs over and she's like, yes, so exciting. And then she's like, I'll go get your carving kit. And then she runs inside back inside to go grab Girth's carving kit. Drav actually pulls out his axe. And he comes over to the group over here and is like, I apologize for not being here.
It's all right. We had it under control.
Besides, with how late or spontaneous this fight was, it was really just whoever was on top of the deck or on deck who were available.
True. Okay. Well, still apologies. We will be there for the next battle.
I look forward to having your help.
Aye. He picks up his axe and he's gonna go clean it, tend to it very carefully. As Girth and Tax come running over and they begin to dress the bird, starting by trying to pluck the feathers and whatnot. Nuri, Esmond is still just holding you.
After a little bit, she will use prestidigitation to just clean all the blood off of him. And she'll just mumble some stuff about needing to go lay down. She's a little lightheaded.
Okay. He will bring you inside to go lay down. Alrighty.
She'll probably fall asleep.
Okay, perfect. Ami is returned to you guys as the alchemist, or as Ray and Granny were taking care of him in the meantime, and he does return back to you. And as you are already asleep, but Esmond is kind of cuddling you in bed, and Ami comes and sneaks into the cuddle pile. So, Douse, if you would like to learn how to dress a bird, Girth is giving out lessons right now.
He is joining in on that.
Okay, alrighty. And yes, Seji, it is dungeon meshy as they're going through and preparing the rock bird. There's one more thing. Oh yes, as Dusty, you notice that as you guys are sailing, forward more, you notice a tall like rock pillar that's like coming out from the ocean, just a very tall pillar. As you guys are getting close, you do see a nest on top. But you can fly past it if you'd like.
Eggs for breakfast? Anyone?
Totally can. I'm willing to stop if we want to pick stuff up here. Although we do have a job to do. It's up to all of you.
Let's maybe survey the area.
So the area around you it's starting to fog up just a bit, but this is more fog, not mist. And from what you can see, you can still actually see in the very, very far off distance the continent of Kalimber, like behind you guys. Just very faintly, you can see it off in the distance. And this looks to be just like one big rock pillar, and then just the seas beneath you. There doesn't seem to be anything else in the area.
Well, I was meaning the nest.
Oh yeah, so on this rock pillar, it looks to be one giant, like, nest, and that's it on this pillar. If you guys would like to stop for, to grab some eggs, you may.
Douse would.
Okay. We'll pull over to the side and let you get out and pick up some eggs.
Okay. You notice that there are 6 eggs in here. Very large, about the size, a little bit bigger than your head. So very big eggs that you can collect and fry up for a nice meal. 1 egg would probably feed everyone on the boat.
Perfect. That's the 6 days of meals.
All right. You notice that the rest of the nest itself is very bare. What with wood scraps and it seems like the nest itself is built out of wood scraps and fluff, feathers, bits and pieces, but that seems to be it on this little rocky precipice. Roll nature for me, Douse.
All right. Plus, so that is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, okay. You actually find some mushrooms on here, on this little, like, tower that you're able to use for cooking as well. As you find a couple herbs that Girth does point out to you to be herbs that only grow in very high up places. And so you're able to find a couple things there.
Yes.
Alrighty. And again, you all go forward and continue on your journey towards the mist. Now with several days worth of rations. The kitchen is also a frenzy, as Girth is trying to desperately, like, as you guys finish, you spend the rest of the day dressing this bird, cutting it off into sections, wrapping up some of the meats that you will be using for the coming days. And for all the rest of the meats that you aren't able to wrap up and preserve, you salt it up, leave it out to dry, essentially doing the process of making, like, a rock jerky. So do all of the purposes to make some of that. Berkey, yeah. Yes. As you guys do have quite a hearty meal that night of bird or rock meat and eggs, fried eggs, and eggs for breakfast the next day.
Douse takes Dane up to the deck and tries to have, like, a nice romantic dinner, just the two of them. So beforehand, he goes to see if any, like, candles or, like, prepares a whole little place.
Yeah, you can find candles in the ship. And
Maybe ask Nuri to borrow some of her drink.
love it.
You can use it. It's
apple
alcohol
bliss.
anymore.
Yeah, it's apple bliss, right?
No, it's the Mary one.
Oh, the Mary. Yeah.
I think I wrote it down.
Very cherry, cherry Mary.
Cherry Mary.
Very cherry.
Mary Cherry. Cherry Mary.
Cherry.
It's Cherry, Mary, Mary Cherry, one of those combinations.
Something cherry related.
Okay, yeah, that one. That's the one that's in there.
Yes, Seji feeling like Laios because you wonder what a rock would taste like. I wonder the same thing. I'm like, is it just like chicken? I feel like it'd be gamey chicken or something. If chicken could be gamey, I don't know. But
I imagine it's a little. Yeah, it might be tough.
yeah. Who knows? We'll see. Alrighty. So, with that, you have this nice romantic evening with Dane. Cherry limeade and jerky. Oh, that would be fun for a watch party. Alrighty. And the night itself is very enjoyable. Would you like to roleplay that out, or would you like to just have the night go?
We can just have the night go. It's not meant to go any further than just a nice kind of. He appreciates being looked after. He wants to return the favor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dusty, like, he'll sort of bring the boat to a little bit of a slow earlier than usual, and just kind of like let you two have your moment. He'll go below deck for a while. Yeah, just tap me on the shoulder when you're done. Type thing.
I'll have his message be like, Dusty doesn't say anything. He just stands in the back at the helm watching.
Just vigilantly with his +8 to perception, he just watches.
No. So you guys get some privacy and you have a very sweet night. And yes, you've got a full belly and a very good night's sleep. All right. And as such, as you travel towards the mists, it takes about, let me go to the map here. As we head over here real quick. Alrighty. With this, you guys are no longer in West Hollow. You guys are like over here. As you are heading towards the mist. So the next couple days passed by a little bit in a lull as you were all recovering from this battle with the rock, eating very fine meals as you're trying to use up this meat before it goes rancid, you know.
When you say a couple of days, could you give me an exact number?
Of course. So
we finished that one day, and then how many days are we at sea still?
So there's going to be at least 3 more days.
Okay.
And how many days are you at now till the 3 weeks? Okay, yeah, it's 1 more day of travel to get to the point that you'll be at.
Okay, cool.
Anything you guys would like to do during the time, or just kind of say that you were working on?
Nuri would just keep teaching Tax and Ami during that time, and then also, spending time with Esmond.
Yeah.
Just usual, normal life stuff at that point.
Alrighty.
Douse would try his hand at making a magical meal to give us buff.
Yeah. If you look at that PDF that I sent you, You could probably, you can definitely make a magical meal with that.
Yeah. Looks like the one for eggs, I don't know exactly how to get the quality for it, but...
What are the quality levels?
So, there's uncommon, rare, very common, legendary.
I'll say it is a rare level. It's not every day you get to eat rock eggs.
And says, for beast eggs, your morphology changes to adapt to the current environment. You have advantage on saving throws against environmental effects of the DM's discretion.
Okay. So I'd say since this is like of a rock, you guys are able to feel more invigorated in the sky. Like the wind just feels very nice against your skin. You guys will... Give me 1 second.
I will say to Seji's comment / question, does Dusty human watch the same way people bird watch? Yes. He does. But he has goggles on and like bandages on, so you don't really get to see it because he looks. He doesn't like turn his head usually because he's realized people get like weirded out when he does that. So instead he just looks with his eyes and just watches them. Always taking in information. Always. But yeah, he does human watch. That's canon.
Okay, so for each person who partook of this magical meal, for the next 24 hours after eating any of these magical meals that have been prepared by the rock, with the rock food, you do get advantage on perception checks that rely on sight for 24 hours on all checks, all perception checks. Additionally, you have the effect of feather fall on you for the next 24 hours after eating one of these meals.
Real solid.
Does it change our physiology in any way?
You seem to like really crave more meat, but that's kind of it.
We become carnivores.
No, it's just for like the effects of the spell. I'd say I'd kind of leave that up to a percentage chance. So let me roll a percentile.
You crave flesh.
Not human flesh.
Not human flesh explicitly. I mean,
well, it's a good thing none of us are human fully.
Yeah. Other than that's all that happens.
Okay. And there's no time limit stated, so I will leave that to your discretion.
24 hours after the meal.
Alright. Just thinking this might be helpful against going into the mist.
Would be pretty good. At this point... Oh, yeah, Dusty?
Yeah, I was just going to say, Dusty probably tried the meat the first time, and he's like, oh, this is good. But after, like, trying it, he probably wouldn't worry about it much more. So he probably wouldn't have the effects for when we actually get there.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, as you guys are traveling, you get to the point where you are entering into the mists officially. As you guys are entering in, Esmond is armored armors himself completely in his obsidian knight gear. Nuri, you notice that he seems very nervous as you guys are entering into, you know, what was his homeland, the homeland he could never return to. And he seems very on edge. And we'll leave that to your, that's what you can notice about Esmond.
Nuri, as they're headed into the mist, would at that point kind of just be, if he would let her, she would be holding his hand and like walking around or like going wherever he went, just holding his hand.
Okay, he is holding your hand, but he isn't gripping it. It's almost as if he's holding onto your hand, like letting you hold onto his hand, but he's keeping it loose. So in case he needs to draw his sword, he's able to do so quickly.
Okay.
And he patrols on the mid deck. So what I'd like to do.
Nuri is keeping an eye out as well, but instead of like oh, if something comes, I'm gonna whack it, she's instead kind of always ready. So just like preparing over and over again, like if something happens where they're gonna like blow Esmond up or something, she's gonna cast the hamster ball around him as she's just like, so she's also keeping an eye out, but for a different reason, but also the same reason. Yeah,
no, I get what you're saying. Okay, I am putting you guys on this map, the Mist Entrance map that I've got. You guys fly low to the ocean, about 10 feet above the water. As Esmond says that this will probably be the best way to get in with no problems. You see the giant wall of mist, just the apprehension filling you. Everyone else has been stowed away safely in their rooms, very nervous as to what comes next. And you press forward into the mist. And almost immediately, it is very difficult to see. Very difficult to see, like, straight ahead of you. Also, let me replace Esmond's token with the Obsidian Knight one, as he is armored up. I guess place yourselves on the ship where you think your character would be at the start of this.
Nuri would be wherever Esmond is as we're going around, so...
Okay, he would be kind of like pacing along the walkway, so I'll just leave you two right there.
Okay.
Alrighty. And Douse, you are on the side, and Dane is right next to you. Okay. We lost.
Last question mark?
Dies.
You really just blows
he's
your laptop.
No, he said he says he's putting his laptop to sleep. He lost his green screening.
Okay.
Oh, that's sad. Well, I hope he gets back soon. As you guys continue to travel through the mists. Yay, he's back. It's so thick that, Dusty, from where you are at the helm, you cannot see the front of the ship. You can't even see the mid. You could barely see the mid deck. So, the mist ate him, Lady Nuri. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, Dusty will call out
It
to
did like
whoever's,
high taste.
like whoever's at like the front. He'll like call out for at least one person to be in the front to let him know if we're gonna hit anything, and he's gonna slow down the boat just a little bit, just in case like land appears and I have to like swerve out of the way.
Yes.
So he's gonna call like for probably like either basically whoever wants to, whoever responds. He's like, "Hey, I need a spotter. Can someone watch the front?"
I'm assuming.
Douse.
Yeah, Douse.
Douse and
I was
Dane
like-
are basically still up there.
Yeah, I was like, Douse will do that unless someone else specifically wants to.
Yeah, I think Dane will join you in doing that. You can just barely see ahead of you, though, and it seems to just be open ocean right now. And everything seems quiet. Too quiet. You guys continue to travel. Let me see if I can zoom out this a little bit, you know. See if I can get a good chunk of the ship on here. Alrighty. With every moment that you get further into the mist, Esmond seems to get more anxious. He seems to stop in his tracks where he was nervously pacing, and is now just like... You actually notice him let go of your hand, and he like pulls off one of his gloves, and revealing the gray flesh beneath, as he just reaches out and kind of touches the mist in a way that you can only describe as nostalgic. After a moment, he dons the glove again and grabs your hand once more, and instead turns towards the side of the ship, holding one hand holding your hand and the other now gripping to the edge of the ship. It again is very quiet as you are slowly making your way across.
I don't like this drawn out feeling. You're making me really anxious. I don't like this.
Good!
I keep waiting for that, and we'll get back to you next week.
No. Alrighty. Sorry, I'm trying to like. This is just so,
Mimics
so
Greg.
good, guys. We're all mimicking Greg as we're all just. Alrighty. And as everything is this eerily silent, you hear the wind kind of pick up and the water lap a little bit more. And then you feel this rush of air coming towards you. And you hear this booming voice. The clap of thunder as these what sounds like a clap of thunder. But in actuality, I zoomed out way too far.
In actuality, the world is there.
But in actuality, what appears out of the mist is this giant, draconic head.
I knew it! It's a dragon! I knew it!
I know exactly where this dragon comes from. I know exactly which dragon this is.
In what looks to be a platinum dragon.
The Harbinger of Knowledge lied to us. No more dragons. Yeah, right.
No, she didn't lie.
She didn't say there were no more dragons.
No.
She said that bookworm was just one of the few dragons left.
I could have sworn we knew this was a dragon coming here.
That was heavily hinted at.
The dragon flaps its wings and another crack of thunder happens. And the boat, you actually notice, is slowing down. Dusty, you're trying to keep it moving forward, but it seems to just be slowing down and coming to a stop before the dragon without your control. And this booming voice echoes as it says, "Who is passing?"
Nuri will just kind of squeak out. Because he said, "Who's passing?" And she goes, "Friends of Elena." Or is that how you pronounce the name? Elena? How do you pronounce it? So nervous.
You notice this smog. You kind of like squeak out those words, and Esmond is like gripping onto your hand. It seems almost as if the dragon doesn't even like hear you as you say that, as you see this like, this is kind of funny, but this kind of like pink smog like coming out of his mouth, and kind of as he snorts coming out of his nose. As if his very breath is kind of like this tinged pink. As his head kind of leans down and he sniffs the air and he goes, Sorry. He goes, "One of you does not belong here." And Esmond is tense to the high heavens. He's very tense. As he just is staring at the dragon. And the dragon leans down again and says, "I think it's high time you turn around."
Actually, we have a request for you. We're not trying at the moment, I think. We're not trying to get to the land beyond, but we actually came to talk to you, if you're willing to speak.
What business do you have here?
Well,
How do you know of these lands? Probably from the traitor amongst you.
No.
And he actually puts one of his claws on the vessel, like right next to you, Douse. You feel very small, as he actually ends up walking over you and Dane, his claws breaking into the deck.
Wait, sir, wait!
As he goes over. Sorry, there is a token I need here. As he goes over towards Esmond.
Nuri will actually step in front of him just a little bit, and she will again say, sorry, my camera's like freaking out because I was moving around too much. That scares me. Okay. So Nuri will step in front of him, and much louder this time, she's going to say, we're friends of Elena. We were sent here by Rune, the Harbinger of Knowledge. She's very pretty. She's a unicorn. I don't know if you've met her.
Silence!
She has a pet dragon.
He seems to growl. And then you hear... I like... I do practice the dragon growl. Okay. And after a moment, you actually hear a voice, what seems to be a male voice, calling out, "Wait!" And you actually look up above the dragon's head, and what looks to be kind of like peeking out from one of the spines on his head is a man. I'll blow up his token here real quick so you guys can see what he looks like. But he looks to be a fair-skinned elf with dark brown hair that's very long. Part of it's been tied up just like halfway. And he's got these piercing blue eyes and these dark green markings on his cheek, similar to the ones that Esmond has, that Ami has, that Marilla had. And he is wearing these robes that are a mixture of silver and gold, of black and white, of these contrasting colors that actually work very uniformly together. Very elegant looking elf, you notice. With the very long pointy ears. So he goes, "Wait! Friends of Aliana, you said."
Oh, was that how you say it? I wasn't sure. Yes, we are friends of her. Yep.
How do you know Aliana?
Through Rune.
Rune.
She's a unicorn?
One of the Harbingers?
Yes. She said to come here. We're supposed to look for another token of one of her sisters. We already have 2. On a world-saving mission. Only 15 days left, in case you were wondering.
He seems to look a little suspicious, but then when you say like only 15 days left and world ending, he's like, "Oh, well then, we must hear you out at least." As he then turns to the dragon, and the dragon's name is... I want to make sure I don't mess this up. So he goes, "Aerosilium, we should let them in." And the dragon growls and he goes, "They could be lying." And he snaps his teeth. "They bring a traitor in their midst." And the strange man atop the dragon says, "Well, we can deal with him when the time comes. But, or her," and he looks down at Esmond,
with the long white hair.
yeah, and he's like, I'm sorry, but I can't tell from up here. But and Esmond's just kind of like shakes his head and is a little like, This is like, sorry, but we can handle that. We might have to do some. We'll have to talk to Father about this, but let's go.
What's your name?
My name?
Yes, I'm Nuri. Hi.
Well, nice to meet you, Nuri. I say nice to meet you. Arocelium here. Probably not the same sentiments, I assume. And Arocelium just...
Nuri flinches a little bit. She goes, nice to meet you.
I'm Davdan.
Have we heard that name before?
I feel like we have.
Maybe. If you remember.
I need to highlight names in this. This is ridiculous.
Well, follow Arocelium, and I'll bring you to the island. Just stay close. If you get lost, that is not good.
Oh.
The mists holds...
We were told the guardian was a dragon. My bad. It's right there.
I knew it!
Continue, Emily.
And he goes, well, just stay close and don't wander far. I will say your boat is pretty cool. It's hovering over the ocean. We can talk about that later anyways. Also, you, and he points towards Esmond, and he's like, the white-haired person. You need to stay in sight, so don't hide in the boat. And then Arocelium goes, stay! And he's like, yeah, what Arocelium said.
Be a good boy.
Yeah. And Esmond's like, I'm not moving. And with this, Arocelium launches off the boat. You notice that there are holes in the boat from where his claws punctured the hole. And do you guys follow him?
Yeah, Dusty will follow. It's like, well, we're not getting past that following him, so.
Alrighty. With that, you follow Arocelium, this platinum dragon, shining. His scales are so iridescent that there's almost this hint of a blue sheen to them. He's a sight to behold. As you guys travel deeper into the mist, following Arocelium and Davdan, this interesting person.
Nuri, using her letters, they will just like slip around to each person and then like type out in front of them that Davdan is the younger brother of Nuvian.
That's unfortunate.
I saw the moment you figured
Who's
that
breaking
out,
the
and I was
news?
like, oh.
Who's breaking the news? Who's breaking the news?
And with that, we will end tonight's session.
No!
Ending it a little early, sorry guys. Woo. Gotta prep the maps for next game. But
Dang.
You guys are now heading towards the island. And Esmond is surviving for now. But what do you guys think of Davdan?
He quirky, he funny. I was wondering I was wondering why he was so handsome, but knowing that he's related to Nubian, now I understand.
Now you understand.
Now I get it.
Yeah. All right, audience, if you would like to get audience inspiration for next game to use whenever you guys want, to interact with the rules of this game, you will have to answer the following question. And comment on our YouTube video or comment in the Twitch chat before we leave. The question is, what do you think? This is a good question. I don't know. I don't know what the question is.
What does the city look like?
No. Gotta think of something
Paradise. We know that.
good. What about
No, it's a paradise.
what are your initial thoughts on Davdan? Let's do that. What are your initial thoughts on Davdan? So comment below on this video or in the Twitch live stream before the live stream ends, what your thoughts are on Davdan. Well, of this guy. Who now we know is technically the younger brother of Nuvian, the big bad of the game. Well, if you do that, you will receive audience inspiration to be able to affect the roles of this game throughout the game. So comment, leave your thoughts on what your first impression is of Davdan, and we will see you guys next week. We are so excited to continue the Harbingers D&D campaign with you all, and yeah, we'll see you next time.